You are listening to Toronto's only pure metal show, The Red Switch.
The times, what have I become?
Is there hope with the Great Collapse?
Something we all have in common.
Let's put it this way: the Great Collapse. Stuff has to collapse before it rebuilds.
Sorry, that was really shitty. Sorry, I ruined that.
A lot of people listen to your music and they probably wonder to themselves, the Great Collapse. Where the hell does that name come from? What does that mean?
It's kind of like what I'm gonna do to this can when I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Question right now is actually sensitive to just Angela. Metal can be a bit of a boys' club. Do you ever feel or experience animosity from other bands or any other guys in the scene?
Not at all, actually. I was a little nervous entering the scene, but I find it very supportive. I've had no problems at all. Everybody's been really supportive, and I don't feel like I'm inferior because I'm a female or any of that bullshit at all whatsoever.
A lot of people have asked me this too. Who is that girl on the front of your album with their chest opened up?
That would be me.
Who made that?
A friend of ours, his name is James Fisher. He's a really talented artist, and he and Luke and I and Cam, everybody actually had a lot of input into that album, but it was James Fisher who did all the artwork, and it's his brainchild, yeah.
All right. This is for the entire band. Who is the best prog metal band out there right now?
The best prog metal band.
Best
Not Liquid Tension Experiment.
No, Todd Rundgren.
Sorry, that's
That's what I say. Todd
Who was that?
Todd Rundgren.
Is that a group or a guy?
He's a guy.
It's a guy.
He's wicked. He's my prog metal hero.
I kind of get scared of prog metal. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really.
I actually, to be honest, I don't really listen to that. Okay, who's prog metal? Symphony X. Oh yeah, okay, Tomera. Check out Tomera. I will
Tomera?
highly support a band called Tomera. They're from Britain. Check them out.
It's funny, you guys don't really get into prog metal, but a lot of people classify you as prog metal. Is that something you strive for? I mean,
But to strive, if you're striving, it sounds like you're reaching for something. So what's below prog metal? What's like the downtrodden shit that's like below prog metal? People need to like fucking lighten the fuck up when it comes to fucking labeling shit in heavy music, dude. Like, there are no other musical styles that I can think of that have the amount of fucking 6-person fan bases that heavy music has. So it's like prog metal is something that some fucking like dude who wanted to be smarter than all the other dudes invented and said that jazz, jazz, like we were saying earlier, like jazz music is an important element that's influenced many different forms of popular music in recent times. And it's like. But then it's like we use this to the benefit of saying how we're fucking better than you, how we're fucking smarter. Prog metal sounds like smart metal to me. So it's like, as fucking lame as it sounds and cliched as it even sounds to say this, it'd be better not to fucking classify yourself. Period, man. That's what it boils down to. I know that's impossible, but I think prog metal is way too long of a word, and let's just put it at that. So let's just stick with metal.
Like, what is not prog metal? What do you have to play to not be prog metal?
Yeah,
How much do I have to like change what I'm doing so it's not prog? Like maybe make
What's
it
anti-prog?
Yeah.
Like, is it like more boring not to be prog?
I don't know. That's a very good question.
Like what you like when you hear it, like, oh, I'm expecting that next part
Yeah.
to sound like that, and that's not prog.
Reverse prog.
But prog is like when you hear it, like, oh, I wasn't expecting that little
That
little skittle thing.
But it's like that every 3 seconds. That's prog metal. That's what. Yeah.
Juicy squirt of
Yeah.
music.
No, that's it.
That was a real curveball.
On that right now, clearly the Groy Collapse does not like to be defined as anything or have any sort of labels associated with the group. Some of your songs are accessible in the idea that metal is less present, and some of the more ambiguous, more jazz-like and overall softer portions remain.
What the fuck?
Do you produce music to be enjoyed by most, or is the Great Collapse a selfish endeavor?
I think to the extent that what we're doing continues to be art and doesn't obviously we're not on a label. We're independent right now. We're distributing our own stuff. It seems nowadays that in order to continue with the major label model, you have to really comb through everything about your image and your message and what you're trying to do to sort of fit what the labels are looking for. And I guess that's why people are getting sick of it, because stuff's ending up sounding a lot the same as always, and the rebellion and the original sort of individuality that people take out of this kind of music starts to disappear when you do that. And so as long as what we're doing we have control over and we can find our own individual artistic expressions in it, as soon as this band stops being a form of artistic expression, it ends. That's that. So